Why is she living in a beachfront villa with a man who adores her, while someone else cries alone in a one-bedroom apartment after years of betrayal? It's not just luck. It's not just love. And no, it's not just about choosing the right person. What if I told you who you marry is the mirror of your karma? That every heartbreak, every embrace, every promise whispered at night is written in the ink of past actions? We've all seen it. One woman seems to have it all: a supportive husband, a family that treasures her, harmony that feels like a fairy tale. Meanwhile, another woman, just as kind, just as intelligent, walks through the ruins of another broken relationship asking, "What's wrong with me?" But according to Buddhist wisdom, the answer isn't in her looks, her choices, or even her timing. It lies in something much deeper: her karma and her blessings. Master H once said, "You can only marry someone whose blessings match your own." Read that again. It's not that the universe is unfair. It's that the universe is exact. Love is not random. Marriage is not luck. It's energy aligning with energy, karma meeting karma. In other words, your spouse is not a stranger. They are the karmic echo of your past. If you gave love, you may receive love. If you withheld kindness, you may now feel that absence reflected back at you. If you deceived, you may now wrestle with trust. But here's the powerful part. Karma isn't punishment. Karma is a teacher. So the real question isn't, why am I with this person? The deeper question is, what is this relationship here to reveal about me? In today's video, we're not just talking about relationships. We're peeling back the spiritual layers behind attraction, marriage, divorce, even long periods of loneliness. We'll explore why you attract the partners you do, how karmic debt shapes your love story, and most importantly, how to transform your energy to attract the love you truly deserve. If you've ever felt like love is slipping through your fingers, if you've ever stayed awake asking, "When will it finally be my turn?" then stay with me, because what you're about to hear could change your love life forever. Have you ever felt like your relationships were guided by something bigger than chance? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. There's someone out there still wondering why love hurts. And your click might be the message they need today. Part 1. Marriage is the result of karma. What if the person you married was someone you had already met lifetimes ago? Not in a bar, not through a dating app, but in a time beyond memory when your souls were bound by something deeper than words. According to Buddhist wisdom, marriage isn't just about chemistry or choice. It's karma. It's the reunion of two people whose past actions have woven them together once again. If you helped each other grow in a past life, your present love will feel peaceful, supportive, like coming home. But if there were wounds left unhealed, betrayals left unpaid, then the relationship becomes a karmic classroom filled with conflict, misunderstandings, and the ache of unspoken lessons. And sometimes, the delay in finding love? It's not that you're unworthy. It's that your destined partner hasn't arrived, still tied to old karma, or not yet ready to walk beside you. Here's the key. The energy of a marriage is the sum of both partners' karma, both their light and their shadows. If both carry blessings, love flows like a gentle river. But if one or both are carrying heavy karma, that same river can flood with pain, betrayal, or even divorce. So when you look at your relationship, don't just ask, "Do we love each other?" Ask, "What energy are we bringing into this bond?" Have you ever wondered why some relationships feel effortless, while others drain your soul? Could it be that it's not about finding the perfect person, but about becoming the kind of soul who attracts peace? Stay with me, because the next chapter might reveal the karmic pattern behind your love story. If this resonates with your journey, let us know in the comments. Have you ever felt like you were repeating a lesson in love? And don't forget to subscribe because we're just beginning to explore the spiritual truth behind your heart's deepest questions. Part 2. Why some marriages are painful. The karma of past life debts. 3 main reasons. Reasons 1. Karmic debt from past lives. Have you ever been in a relationship where love existed but peace did not? Where one moment you're holding hands and the next you're both in tears? It doesn't make sense at first. You care about each other. You want it to work. So why is there so much chaos between you? According to Buddhist wisdom, the answer may lie far beyond this lifetime, in the karma you created long before you ever met. If, in a past life, you betrayed this person, if you controlled them, neglected them, or caused them pain, then this life may bring you back together not as a reward, but as an opportunity to repay what was never resolved. This is why some couples feel deeply connected, yet constantly at odds. Their souls recognize one another, not from romance, but from unfinished karmic debts. And here's the mistake many of us make. We blame the other person. We think they're the problem. But karma isn't about blame. It's about awareness. It's about choosing to break the cycle by responding differently. So what do you do when the relationship feels like a battlefield? The answer isn't always to stay. Sometimes the most karmic thing you can do is leave with peace in your heart, not anger on your tongue. Sometimes the real lesson is learning to love yourself enough to walk away. But if the connection still holds promise, then patience, compassion, and forgiveness become the tools that soften karma and restore harmony. So next time you feel stuck in conflict, ask not, how can I change them? Ask, what part of my karma is trying to heal through this? But past life debt isn't the only reason marriages become painful. Even when 2 people have no history of harm, their relationship can still fall apart. Why? Because the blessings we bring into love, or the lack of them, can shape everything. Let's explore how spiritual poverty, not just emotional wounds, can quietly erode even the strongest of connections. Reasons 2. Lack of merit, the invisible weight that breaks relationships. You might wonder, why do some relationships, even ones that begin with so much love, slowly fall apart? It's not always because someone changed. Sometimes it's because the relationship was never built on enough inner wealth, what Buddhists call merit. Merit isn't money. It's not status. It's the invisible energy you carry from your thoughts, words, and actions. When someone lacks this inner fortune, no matter how much they love, they struggle to give, to forgive, to be patient, or to stay loyal. Master H once said, a person with little merit cannot stay long in a family full of blessings. And it's true. When someone's heart is filled with greed, manipulation, or resentment, when they lie, cheat, or control, they're not just hurting their partner, they're draining the merit from the relationship itself. Think about it. How many relationships have been ruined by silent selfishness? By refusing to say, I'm sorry? By thinking, what can I get? Instead of, what can I give? But here's the hopeful part. Merit can be rebuilt with small, sincere actions. Loving without condition, giving without asking back, apologizing when pride says no, forgiving the past not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. A relationship filled with merit feels light. You're not walking on eggshells. You're walking together with clarity and compassion. So if your relationship feels heavy, don't just fix the surface. Build the merit beneath it. And that brings us to a deeper question. Even if we rebuild the merit, why do some people still repeat the same pain again and again in every relationship? Let's explore the third reason behind painful love. Reasons 3. Painful relationships are not punishments. They're teachers in disguise. Maybe you've asked yourself this in silence. Why is this marriage so hard? Why does love hurt this much? And maybe, just maybe, the answer isn't that something went wrong, but that something deeper is trying to grow. In Buddhist teachings, not every relationship is meant to last forever, but every relationship is meant to teach. Some come into our lives not to bring comfort, but to awaken a part of us that's been sleeping. A controlling partner may teach you to set boundaries. A distant spouse might be showing you how to love yourself instead of begging for scraps. Even betrayal can become the sharp mirror that reflects what you've ignored for too long. What if the pain you feel isn't life being cruel, but life asking, "Are you finally ready to heal?" The Buddha said, "Our worst suffering often leads to our greatest wisdom, if we are willing to listen." So ask yourself, not with anger, but with curiosity, what is this relationship here to teach me? Patience? Courage? Self-respect? Sometimes spiritual growth looks nothing like peace. It looks like letting go of who you thought you had to be, to become who your soul is ready to become. Don't waste the pain. Let it shape you. Let it guide you. Because every moment of heartbreak, when seen clearly, is actually a doorway to liberation. Part 3. How to attract a fulfilling relationship. 1. Create merit for yourself first. Let me ask you something personal. Have you ever looked up at the sky and wondered, when will I meet the right one? It's a question that echoes in the hearts of so many. But what if the universe is silently whispering back, are you the right one for the love you seek? In Buddhist wisdom, we're reminded, we don't attract what we want, we attract what we are. And this is where your journey truly begins. Not out there chasing a partner, but in here nurturing the kind of energy that invites love to flow in effortlessly. If you long for someone kind, then grow kindness in your words, in your thoughts, even in how you treat yourself. If you dream of a partner who's honest and grounded, then ask, am I living with that same integrity and clarity? And if you desire abundance, emotional, spiritual, or even financial, begin by cultivating richness within. This isn't just a feel-good philosophy. It's karma in motion. Every intention you plant becomes the frequency that calls your people in or repels them. So instead of waiting, wishing, or wondering when love will arrive, pause, turn inward, and ask the most powerful question of all. Am I someone my future partner is praying to meet? Because when you become that person, you don't have to chase love. It finds you. 2. Letting go of past emotional baggage to attract a fulfilling relationship. Maybe you've been doing the inner work. You've journaled your dreams. You've made your vision board. You've even whispered to the universe, I'm ready. But love still hasn't arrived. Why? Because sometimes the heart says it's ready, but the energy we carry whispers otherwise. If you're still angry at the one who broke your trust, if you're still silently punishing yourself for falling too hard, if deep down you still believe men always leave or women can't be trusted, that belief, that pain becomes your frequency. And energy doesn't lie. No matter how pretty your affirmations sound, the hurt behind them still echoes louder. Buddhism teaches that holding on to resentment is like drinking poison and expecting the other to suffer. You deserve better. Not just a partner who loves you, but a version of you who no longer carries invisible chains. So here's the practice. Sit with yourself, not to judge, but to listen. To the girl who got ghosted, to the boy who was never chosen, to the younger you who just wanted to be seen, to be enough. Write to them. Forgive them. Forgive the ones who couldn't love you the way you needed. And most of all, open your palms, unclench your chest, and release. Because love cannot land in a clenched heart. Now ask yourself this. If someone truly kind and loving walked into your life today, would your heart be ready to receive them, or still too busy protecting itself from ghosts. Sometimes, the only thing blocking love is the wound we refuse to heal. 3. Love through compassion, the hidden magnet of the heart. There's a secret energy that silently shapes our relationships. It's not looks, not status, not even compatibility. It's compassion. You can't fake it. You can't force it. But when you live from a place of genuine kindness, your energy becomes irresistible. Think about this. When was the last time you did something loving without expecting anything in return? When was the last time you listened not to reply, but to understand? In Buddhist teachings, metta, or loving kindness, isn't just a prayer, it's a way of being. When you speak gently about others, when you choose to forgive instead of complain, when you wish happiness even to those who've hurt you, you don't just heal yourself. You become a safe space for others to rest their hearts. Let's be honest. It's easy to talk about love, harder to embody it when someone disappoints you. But every moment you choose compassion over judgment, your energy shifts. You move from attracting what your ego wants to inviting what your soul needs. Instead of crying over why love hasn't come, try this. Chant a blessing for someone else's happiness. Pray not to get a relationship, but to become someone who radiates peace in one. Because when love flows through you, it naturally flows to you. So here's the question to sit with today. Are you focused on finding the right person or becoming the person that love can find? If this part touched you, pause for a moment. Breathe in compassion. Breathe out expectation. You're not chasing love anymore, you're becoming it. Conclusion. So maybe love isn't a lucky coincidence. Maybe it's karma unfolding through the choices we made long before this lifetime. You see, relationships don't just happen to us. They reflect us. Your partner, your conflicts, your heartbreak, they're not random. They're a mirror, a reflection of the energy you carry, the patterns you repeat, and the lessons you've come here to learn. Buddha once said, "What you are is what you have been. What you will be is what you do now." So if your marriage feels heavy, if love keeps slipping through your fingers, ask gently, what part of me is being shown back to me? Are you being asked to heal your fear of abandonment? To break the cycle of chasing love through pleasing others? Or maybe to finally offer yourself the kindness you keep waiting to receive? This is not punishment. It's an invitation to grow, to awaken, to plant better seeds. Because the truth is, a good relationship doesn't come by chance. It comes from inner work, from the quiet, often unseen effort of spiritual growth. It comes when you stop blaming the other and start lighting a candle within. And here's the beautiful part. Every argument, every betrayal, every lonely night can become a sacred lesson if you're willing to look within. So I invite you now, instead of asking, "Why did they hurt me?" try asking, "What is life teaching me through this?" Because sometimes the heartbreak wasn't meant to break you. It was meant to break your illusion. And when that illusion shatters, that's when true love begins. Not the kind that clings, but the kind that frees. Do you believe that karma decides who we love, or how our love unfolds? If this video touched something inside you, I'd love to hear your story. What has love taught you about yourself? Drop a comment below, because your voice may be the light someone else needs today.